Hey y'all, this is a video that I wanted to kind of test out how this members only would work. I'm still getting the hang of it, so if y'all are here, go ahead and comment and say something so I know that it's working properly. If not, I'll have to like stop and edit or something like that, or restart this. So y'all let me know if y'all are here. Members only should only be in the chat. I'm also going to check out my YouTube to see how that's going, if it's going at all. So, how are y'all this evening? Trying to find to see if I can find the video. If so, then I know y'all can find it. Might have to post it. So hold on one second. Let me go ahead and post what we're doing. Here we go. Let me do members only. There we go. Publish. Okay, y'all should be able to see it now. I'm going to post to members that I'm live. And I'll have to just remember to do this every time. Should be live now. That should work. Should have worked. Gonna go ahead and get on this screen. Should turn this down. Y'all let me know if you guys are here. I made it so only the members can post in the comments. Okay, so thank you for joining the members only. If you guys are here, say hello, and we're going to be discussing a few techniques today. So slowly but surely, you're going to want to play this role of seduction or a seductress. Slowly but surely, it's going to work. If you try to do it too fast, it may not work as good. So I'm going to give you some techniques. But first, let me go close my door because I left it open by accident. Y'all just hang tight, bro. And I'm back. Okay. So you want to get your pen and papers out. And I think this video will be available if you did not get to attend live. So just get your pen and paper ready and I will start. So the first thing you must do, of course, is look good. Look like the person wants you to look, basically. Look good to the person, whoever it is that you're trying to seduce. If you don't know or have a certain individual in mind, just look good for what the majority find attractive. Okay, this way you're not targeting a specific person, but just in general. So number one, look good to seduce. Majority, or look like what the majority finds attractive. I put attracting. If you don't have a specific target in mind, okay? If you have a specific target in mind, then look good for that specific target. You got it? Hey, y'all. I see a few comments. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, so look good for the specific target or in general of the type of man that you are wanting to seduce. Okay. Number two, treat them normal. Treat them normal, as if you are not attracted to them. Or it's not that you're not attracted to them, but treat them normal as if you're not trying to seduce them. That's number two. And I'll tell you the psychology behind that. Treating them normal as if you're not trying to seduce them makes them feel like they failed at attracting you. Okay? And so they try harder the next time they speak with you. So treat them normal, make attractive. I keep writing the wrong things. Treat them normal, and the next time they see you, they will be more attracted to you. Okay? All right. Number 3. Now this is the good part. Now this should be done at least a couple of days or at least a week after meeting the person or speaking to the person. It should be done at least a week. Okay. Married people, no. This is not for married people. You can't seduce a married person. Yeah, I've been together too long. You just sleep with each other. Blah, 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 blah. All you got to do is walk around the house in some lingerie, and that should be enough. Okay. With this, I'm talking about different people. Okay. Married people, y'all should know how to do that. Y'all married. It's like a no-brainer. You know, if your man's not attracted to you, then he ain't attracted to you no more. And that's all it is. Walk around in some underwear and a bra and see what happens. All right. Some sexy underwear, some sexy lingerie. And then don't give them none. That's how you seduce them. That's how it works for marriage. Okay. All right. Number 3. That was the side note. Side note. Walk around in sexy lingerie and don't give them none. That's how it works in marriage. Okay. Number 3. Okay, this is when you meet someone and you've already done step 1 and 2. Number 3. Have a problem. Not a major problem, but an easy problem to solve. And ask for their help. Whether it's a question, something you don't know about, or whatever. Okay, we already know this. So if you're trying to seduce them slowly, you're not going to ask for anything right here. You're not going to ask for any type of money or favor. You're going to ask for help for something that they can help you with over the phone or right then and there in person. Okay? A favor, perhaps. And when they help you, this is number 4. So after they help you, you ask if there is some way that you can thank them. Is there anything I can do to repay you? Okay. Or, is there anything I can do for you in return? Okay. Now this is going to open up so much mentally to that man. They're going to be like, oh my God, she asked if there's anything I can do for her. If anything she can do for me, all types of thoughts are going to go through his mind. He's going to imagine all types of things that you can do for him, whether it's appropriate or not. And after he has those inappropriate thoughts, he's going to have some appropriate thoughts, and he's going to try to figure out what appropriate thought is going to lead to the inappropriate thought. So he's going to ask you to do something for him, maybe, that may lead to something else. Okay. So make sure you leave that question open for him to answer in his own time. Okay, so when he comes back to you and says, okay, there's something that I want from you. This is the good part. There's something that I want from you. Remember when I did that thing for you in A, B, C, and D? Okay, so when they ask for the favor in return, you say no. You say no, or I'm sorry, I can't. But then after you say no, you ask for details. That means you're thinking about changing your mind. Okay. So when they ask for the favor back, you say no. But then after you say no, ask for details. That way you're thinking about it. Okay. Now, when you're thinking about something, This means you're balancing something out in your mind. Okay, you're weighing the pros and the cons against this situation. And so during this time when you're thinking about it, they're going to try to impress you. Okay. At this time, this is the impress time. They're trying to impress you. Okay. And you're going to act impressed. And you could really be impressed. It doesn't make a difference, but you're still going to act impressed. So they will try to impress you at this time. So act impressed. Okay. And then number 9. Are y'all writing this down? Number 9, compliment. Compliment them on something. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as it's not, their looks. Just compliment them on something. Talent, skill, whatever. Intelligence. Okay. Not on looks. By this time, you guys probably will exchange phone numbers or be talking online or whatnot. So schedule a time to speak. So when you're in the middle of a conversation, you cut them off suddenly and say, "Oh my gosh, I have to go. I will call you later, or text me your number or whatever, message me your number." Just act like you're in a huge hurry, and they can do this to you, or you can do this to them, or just say, text me or email me. And then so schedule a time to speak. So they're sitting there waiting on you and looking at the clock, waiting and looking at clock. Okay. That's what they're doing. They're waiting for you now and looking at the clock. And when you do this, okay, when you're looking at a clock, when the man is looking at the clock, waiting on your call, you got him. Okay. You got him. He's sitting there waiting at that clock, waiting on your call. You got him. Call late. Not too late, just a few minutes late so that their heart sinks a little bit. And then your call brings it way up. Okay. Don't wait too long. Do like 7 to 10 minutes late. And don't text that you're going to call late. And don't answer they text if they're seeing if you're going to still call. But just go ahead and call 10 minutes late. So they're sitting there waiting all that time, maybe. And that you don't call, their heart goes all the way down, right? Oh, she's not going to call. Worry sets in. Then when you do call, it goes super high. She cares, okay? And so now you got his heart rate up. You got him happy for for calling late. Makes no sense, right? But it worked. Oh my God. And don't apologize for calling late at all. Just say, "Oh my gosh, what's up?" Act like nothing happened. If they say you're calling late, it's like, "Oh, I didn't even realize. My clock must be slow," or "I'm here now. So what about, whatever, A, B, C, and D." And then after you get into the conversation, let them talk, let them talk, let them talk. Of course, I always say let them talk. Gather your information. Y'all know this part. Okay. Now you've got them in a good position. Their hopes are high. They're seeing you in a more romantic way. And they've been waiting on you. Their heart sank and rose within the same 10 minutes. You got them. Okay. At this point, the flirting begins. Okay. The flirting begins. If they don't start the flirt, you start the flirt by using words that have double meaning. Okay. Like, "Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here." I need to, I need to take some of these clothes off. I have on a, and then like they're going to be imagining that and like, oh, it's so hot or it's so cold, you know, and I barely have anything on. So you need to like use those type of statements when you're speaking to them. Like, hold on a second, and like make some shuffling noises so they are imagining what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And so the more senses that you appeal to, their the sound, their imagination, your voice, it sucks them in slowly. Okay. No, you don't ever say you got busy or distracted. That means they're not of importance to you. You always say, "Oh, I didn't. I'm. He's like, "Oh, my clock must be slow," because it's not that you're not thinking about them. It's just that something got in the way that wasn't your fault. Okay. Never say that you got distracted because that puts them as unimportant. You've already done that in the beginning, okay, when you treated them normally. Now, after they've impressed you and you've talked to them and you've gathered info, and they're still trying to impress you, and you made their heart rise and sink. And now you're shuffling around, putting or taking off clothes. Their imagination is going wild. And then when you get back to them, this could be on the phone. You get back to them, you say, so, then you start to flirt. So, you're so nice to talk to. I'm so glad we're friends. Use the word friends. Okay, put them right in that friend zone. Don't even take them to the next level yet. I'm so glad we're friends. Then that'll be like, to them, they'll be like, friends. I got to make her more than my friend, right? So he's automatically going to struggle against this friend zone thing. He's going to be like, I want to get out of that friend zone. How do I get out of that friend zone? So he's going to work to get out of the friend zone, okay? While he's working to get out of the friend zone, you can ask him for more favors because he's working to get out of that friend zone. He's like, can I ask you a favor? Ask for another favor, but not anything money-wise because this is a slow seduction, okay? Can I ask you a favor? Sure. Ask him for something a little bit bigger than last time. It could be physically to bring you something of little value or to do something for you that takes up their time. Okay. So it could be like time because men, they take a lot of time to do something for someone else. They're investing their time, and that's a memory. Okay. Memories last longer than money spent because you earn money back. Okay. You can earn money back after you spend it, but a time spent doing something for someone else is a long lasting, permanent, almost permanent, maybe memory. Okay. And so if you're going to be present during the time that they're doing whatever they're doing for you, make sure you look unforgettable in every way, or smell good, look good, whatever. And after they have done whatever they have done for you, look them dead in the eye and thank them sincerely. Thank you so much. You don't know what this meant to me. And then leave it like that. Okay, and then exit or hang up the phone, do whatever you got to do. All right. They're going to go home and think about that, think about what they've done, all the time that they spent, your eye contact, your thankful, statement, da da da. They're going to start to develop all of these emotions and feelings towards you, da 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 da. Okay. And then they will start to flirt with you after that. Most likely. If they don't, they probably aren't going to be, they're not super interested in you, but at the same time, they're still into you as far as the exchange. Because even if someone is not super attracted to you, just by allowing them, access to you, but not a lot of access to you, makes them want it even more. Okay. Now, the next step and the last step to the seduction, or the slow seduction, is, okay, so after you spent time with them, they have this memory and they start to flirt with you, then you tell them, you're a great guy. Whoever you end up with or whatever is very lucky, as if you don't see yourself with them. And ask them if they have a girlfriend and all that kind of stuff. So get all your information. Don't ask them this in the beginning because you don't care enough to care about if they're single or not. Remember that. Okay? Because they were friend zoned in the first place. You don't care if they're single because that was never your intention. You want to make them think it was always their intention to get you. Okay? Even if it wasn't. So you never ask them about their girlfriend or whatever until you say, you're such a good guy or a good girl. Like, if y'all are guys, if there's some guys there, you're such a good person. Whoever you end up with is going to be a lucky person. ... Then that's when they'll be like, well, I'm single and da 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 da. They may ask you out at this point. They may, say, well, I'm here if you want to, find out or whatever. And then just say, oh, you're funny, and put them right back in that friend zone. Okay. Now here's the finale of the seduction. Okay. Y'all ready for the big finale? After they've been friend zoned, right back in friend zone, and they thought they was getting that. Okay. Put yourself in a fake predicament. Not anything where it's like an emergency. Well, it could be a small emergency, but make sure it's fake. Or at least that they can handle it and have the ability to help you. So put yourself in a position where only they can rescue you. And by doing that, they know that they're going to break out of that friend zone. They know it. And they feel there's a tension building up between you and them. And they know that if they just break through the friend zone, they can go further. So it could be a predicament. It could be like, my car broke down, can you come get me? Or something like, oh, I really need help moving furniture, or something like that. Make sure it's like you and them being able to be alone. Okay. Somehow, some way. At least at some point of that day or evening. Okay. So, and don't act like it's a big deal. Just be like, I really need you to come help me. Do you mind coming? And they'll come. And then, at that point, the seduction is basically up to you, what you want to do with it. It could go down like, oh, thank you so much for your help. Would you like a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, or whatever you're going to offer them? And then start talking, and then let one thing lead to the other if that's what you're trying to do. But of course, if you're trying to get money out of them, this is not what you're going to do. You're going to definitely make them spend money. And they probably have already spent money at this point on you. But this is the slow seduction technique after they've spent money, or if they're spending money at all. It could be just someone that you have a high school crush on, like I know a lot of the young ladies are subscribed, or it could just be somebody that you already know is going to have money for you anyway. So this is what you do. And someone rushes to help you, or meet a need that you can't fulfill, and then you offer them the coffee or the wine or whatever, and the tension is there, and they're trying to break out of that friend zone, they're normally going to spill all their feelings, okay, and try to get to that next level. And that's how you slowly but surely seduce someone. Okay, but it takes a couple of weeks, maybe a month, but you have to be that disciplined And you also have to have other things going on in your life. You also have to have your own thing going. You also have to not all be like available all the time via the phone or text messaging and things like that. Remember, they're friend zoned. Okay. Until the day that your seduction has been completed. There you go. You said they hate that zone, right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, there you go. Try that. It should work. I've done it too many times, so I know. Anyway, do you have any questions? This is nice without all the trolls, isn't it? So peaceful. Okay. Let me read and see if there's some questions back here. Okay, I'll let y'all think of some questions in the meantime. But yes. You said this is so peaceful. And once you get them in that seduction mode, if they are truly, truly interested in you, you know, they're gonna try to seal the deal. Like they're gonna try to seal the deal. But if you don't want to seal the deal right then and there, you make a future date. Like I always tell you guys, well, if you want to seal the deal, then go ahead. But if you don't, put it out into a future date. So then you have more time for them to want to impress you and things like that. Mm-hmm. If you missed the beginning, I'm going through the steps of how to slowly seduce someone, and you can just rewatch it. And I did write most of them on my whiteboard, so you can take notes. Yeah. How do you physically seduce them? What are the techniques? They're gonna come for you, baby. I'm trying to tell you. That tension that keeps building up, and you know, they're gonna release it on you. You don't have to do nothing but sit there and look good and make that eye contact and thank them. Offer them something to drink or whatever. And like, not if you're out and about, but like in a personal setting, like if you've invited them, or if you're of their house or they're over your house, or you're in a public place and you say, well, do you want to go have a cup of coffee somewhere? Or do you want to go have a drink somewhere? You know, this is after knowing them for a while and friend zoning them for a while. You don't have to do nothing. Their tension is built up. If they're there in that predicament that you needed them in, their tension is through the roof and they are ready to break through the friend zone. So you really don't have to do anything but look good and be ready to either receive what you're trying to receive or give them a date on which you want to receive what they're trying to give out. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have to do anything. That comes later whenever you get to the part where you're going to actually engage in the activity. Depending on the type of man they are, they're going to really just ravage you. Okay, you're not going to have to do the work like that. Okay. Because they're going to have so much built up, you know, fantasies and anxieties and, you know, wanting to break through that friend zone, that they're going to just release all of it, and you won't have to do much. You know, if you're with someone who that tension is not built up with, you haven't seduced them properly. And then during the whole, you know, exchange, or if y'all are doing something, you know, y'all getting it in, after he does all these things for you, then you can return some of the favors, not all of them. You know what I'm saying? And show him some special attention. But after that, you're not supposed to act all googly eyed. Okay. Like, oh my gosh, you know, things almost go back to friend zone, almost. Okay. almost barely, like they're in between the friend zone and, maybe the lover zone. But don't let them all the way out of that friend zone. Try to scoot them back in halfway and see if they can make it back out again. So that's how you keep them chasing. That's how you keep yourself in the slow seduction, because every time they have to keep trying to get out of that friend zone to get back into where they want to be with you or closer to you. You don't seduce men on dates. This is a slow seduction. The title says slow. So if you don't need to seduce too fast. It can be over the phone and things like that. On a date, they're trying to seduce you. And the date is, if you're trying to slowly seduce a man, you're not on a date with them. You're on, it could be a date, but it could be after you've talked to them, interacted with them a long time, like maybe a month or two. And it's not like a date, but it's more like a, we need to talk, or, can you do this thing for me, or da 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 da. It could be a date, and like they're not sure if it's a date, basically. So make sure everything is not for certain, because when they're uncertain and they don't know what, it's like the tension keeps building because they don't know. It's a mystery. And they want to break out of the mystery. You see, they don't know if it's a date. They don't know if they're a friend. They don't know if they're this or they're that. So they want to hurry and break out. So they will try to impress you. If you allow them to break out by, flirting or holding a hand or giving a kiss or whatnot, then that's when they know they better hurry up and try to get out of that friend zone quickly by doing whatever it takes and impressing. So that's what you got to do. Okay. It's not about going on a date and seducing a man. That's not how it works. You're already supposed to be seducing them weeks ahead. Okay. That's what you got to be doing. Weeks ahead, you start your seduction, not on the date. Okay. And I gave you all the steps in this video. And I don't want to keep this video super long, because I know when I do them super long, people can't watch the whole thing. So for the members area, do y'all want me to do longer videos or shorter videos with more impact? How video on more mysterious, unnaturally that way. Yeah, it's just basically the same thing. Being more mysterious is keeping them in the unknown areas. Like, never have a straight answer. Always have a maybe, or we'll see, or, I'm thinking about it. Keep them always in that zone. If you need to have them at a certain date, then of course, yes, have them, thinking that they're going to be at a certain date, but never give too much details on what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Or about whatever you're going to do. It's like, we'll see when we get there, You like the long videos? Okay. Short, more impact, long. Okay, I'll try to do both. This one, I'll just do a medium one on this one since we're here. So be confident. That's another one. Be very confident in yourself. Don't ask for any type of approval from him at all. None. You can ask their opinion about certain things, but never about your appearance, never about what you feel about yourself or look like. Just, never ask them about you. That's number one. Have your confidence. Never talk about your ex. Never talk about people they don't know, because they don't care. Keep it short and simple, but also ask them questions that other people would never ask if you want to stay mysterious. Things that most people don't ask. Just like, could be something out of the ordinary, something mysterious itself, an off-topic subject that most people don't talk about, but nothing too private. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Can you give examples of no money problems? No money problems is my car is going to the shop. Would you mind picking me up and taking me somewhere while I wait for my car? That's a no money. But they have to take the time out of their day, go and pick you up and take you somewhere and then take you back. They have to spend time, energy, they have to plan for it. They're friend zoned at the same time. I mean, it's a lot, but it's really working on their mind. Okay. So that's like a non money spending thing. Okay. If you want to be more like on a date, you can be like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to go somewhere with my, friend or my sister, and they backed out. Would you mind going with me? Because I really don't want to go by myself, or da 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 da. You don't have to if you don't want to, but they'll, and remember, they're trying to break out of that friend zone, so they're going. They're going. So that's what you got to do. Make it last minute always. Because it doesn't seem pre-planned. Okay? And men, they'll if they want you, they'll break their plans if they already had some, or you can give them a little bit of notice. You can give them a little bit of notice, like a day or two. But remember, if they're trying to really break out of that friend zone, and the tension is building, they're gonna most likely say yes to whatever it is that you're asking. Mm-hmm. You said a Starbucks. Well, that don't work for everyone. Plus, I don't trust people with drinks in their handing it to me that I really don't know. But I don't know. They could put something in it. I don't know. But I would definitely ask for if they're gonna get Starbucks, they need to pick me up to go get the Starbucks themselves, because my car is being serviced, or the oil's being changed, or it's going to be like an all-day thing for the service to be done on it. That's the only way. I'm not accepting food or drinks from people that I can't see get the food and drinks. That's just what I'm not going to do that. I don't know why. Just my instinct telling me not to. Y'all know I'm just like, no, you're not. I don't know what you're putting in my drink. I'm sorry. And if they get the order wrong, and plus I don't drink dairy. If they get it wrong, then I'm drinking dairy. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's also true. The Starbucks is not something that you need. You remember they're trying to break out of the friend zone, not get into the, not get into the friend zone, but break out of the friend zone. So Starbucks will put them back in the friend zone if you were to ask them to go bring you some coffee. But to ask you to come and pick you up and take you to run an errand while your car is being serviced because you need to do A, B, C, and D, that's more of like a depending person in your life that you could see as a potential partner. Okay. So you said how to seduce a celebrity. I don't know. Why y'all asking me? Water. The same way. There you go. The same exact way. Okay. So, any more questions? How to. You're equally paranoid too. You don't mess with them drinks. Me neither. I don't do. I gotta go get the drink and bring it back and keep my eye on it. Yes, act like the normal person. You said celebrities are human beings. Yes, they are. Um, yeah, everybody's the same human. They're human. Just treat them normal. Okay, and the same way. Y'all can get in a car with someone. If we can't take a drink from them, then it's too. Though it's much. Well, I'm very particular about what I drink and eat. Plus, I don't trust people. But like, I can open the car door. There's so much things you can do in a car in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your phone. I don't think this person is going to kidnap you because it's a slow seduction. You've known them already. You've talked on the phone. You tell people who you're with, where you're going. I mean, it's not as dangerous as accepting a drink that somebody has had access to for a while, that they could actually just, you know, slip something up in there. It's a lot different. Okay. I really don't trust getting in the car either. This is after you've already known the person. This is after you've already known the person for a little while. If you don't trust getting in the car, then it could be something like, can you come and do this thing for me? If you don't trust getting in the car, do something else. Like, could you bring me something? Could you bring me some tools that I don't have? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to hang a picture and I don't have whatever tools. I don't know. Just something stupid like that. Or, I need to borrow something, then I don't have it. Or, a hammer, a water hose, something dumb, Just anything to get them to stop what they're doing, take the time out, and to actually come and help you with something that's, like a rescue in some sort of way. Okay. I just said car because, this could be someone that you've known a while, or just, a couple of months, and you don't want to rush everything. Okay. If you've been talking to someone for a few weeks, getting a car shouldn't be, yeah. You know whether you should get in someone's car or not by how long you've known them, what you know about them, the information you have about them, da da da. So, and like I said, it works the same with pretty much anybody. If they're super busy and don't have the time for you, well, it's harder to seduce them. You're going to have to seduce them in a different way, because if they don't have the time to see you in person or anything like that, or help you or anything, you just have to do it, basically however that they see you or access you. Whenever they have access or see you, you do the same things. It could be a favor done, like, oh, could you do this for me? Could you copy this for me? Could you send me a photo of this? Something like that. Just like if it's online or something. Still, just implement the same tactics, but with things people can do online. What is one example you have seen this been pulled off in the worst way? The slow seduction. The worst way? I mean, it's up to the individual, right? It's up to the man. It's literally up to the man if he wants to take that next step. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, they're going to try to break out of that friend zone. It's just the nature of man or men to want to break out of a friend zone. Okay, to keep them in there. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what if they're doing things for you. They want to break out of that friend zone because they wouldn't waste their time, or they wouldn't answer back, or they'll say they're busy. But when they start responding to you and asking, okay, well, I'll do this. Okay, sure, no problem. That means they're trying to break out. So, you got them halfway. So so that's how you do that. If you're too shy to do any of these things, this is the best way to do this if you're shy, because you're going to take your time with it. You're going to build up. Of course, when you talk to the person on the phone or whatever, make sure your voice is nice. Make sure, you're giving them the attention, and then remembering to keep them in that friend zone, because all they're doing is imagining how they're going to get out the entire time. Okay? Don't be all seductive on the phone. Keep them right there, trying to break out of that friend zone. the whole time. And then when you finally meet up, or when you finally see each other, or when you finally ask them for a couple of favors, they're going to really be trying to impress you and break on out. Okay. So keep it like that on the phone, or in text, or, messages and things like that. At this stage, I'm seducing to win. It's time for me to have my first. Well, go ahead then, Jessica. You go ahead. And thank you all for becoming members. Like, I really, really am so thankful for you guys. Y'all don't understand. This is so much nicer and more intimate. Don't you agree? Mhm. I really appreciate the members. Okay, so yes, y'all should get my liquid liner. It really is the best. Even Sasha says so, my daughter. We have bought all types of liquid liner from the drugstore, from Sephora, from everywhere. And she says, Mom, I like yours the best. You should get yours again. Because I was thinking about getting a new type of liner for my Level Up Cosmetics. And she says, I like your liner. It's dark, it's thick, it don't move. It's waterproof. You can control it more. It doesn't run out of ink because it's a dip. Like, you dip it in a little pot, and it has a felt a, applicator. Is that what you call it? Wand. And so it's not a brush. So you're still getting the same technique as like a pen, but you're more able to control it, and it gets more, deep color. I love it. I don't have it on right now, but I have like on some drugstore. You can tell when I have my liner on. It's like, thank you. Yeah, there's no trolls, or hardly any trolls, or the trolls are being good. I don't know, because some trolls might have became members, but they're acting nice today, or they're not here. So you don't always have to. Okay. Also, you need to know what is attractive to them. And I said this earlier. Don't go the opposite direction of what's not attractive to them. You need to stick to what's attractive to them and friend zone them. Because if they are attracted to you, know that they're digging what you look like, and you're going to keep putting them in the friend zone. And so that attraction is only going to build. You ever been like around someone that you had a crush on, and they kept treating you like a friend, and you're like, damn, I want to get out of this friend zone. This is what you're doing to them. And it's slow seduction. You got my book? Thank you. Haven't seen it, Sprinkle. Yeah, you got to see what's attractive to them by looking through their social media, seeing who they're dated in the past. You got to do your little research. See what women they look at when, women walk by. You got to know. Mm-hmm. Or just go for a general attraction. Like, we already know most men are attracted to a general type of aesthetic on a woman. Okay. So go for that first if you can't figure it out. Mm-hmm. Builds a good foundation as well. I think part of the investment. That's right. So, and here's the thing. Once you do those things, if something should happen or get in the way, all those things are still going to be in their mind and in their memory. They're going to think about those things if something should happen. And friend zone them. You can still friend zone people and get them back whenever you want to. And that's the point of the slow seduction. To keep them in what I call limbo, or to keep them in not knowing where they stand, because it just builds and builds more and more, wanting to get out of that friend zone. You just keep going. You just do it over and over and over. It's like a cycle. It's like, keep them. Okay. You're not trying to be seen by them very often, only when you absolutely need something from them. Remember, you friend zone them. So are you always trying to see someone that you friend zoned? You want the anticipation build. This is the seduction. Okay. This is not, I didn't say how to have a healthy relationship. I did not say how to make someone your husband or boyfriend. I said the slow seduction. That is the title of the video. If you're trying to get someone and slowly start the seduction, this is what you have to do. It's not about getting them because they will want you. What you're doing is attracting them to you. You're not doing anything else. And they will do the rest. I promise you. If they don't know where they stand, what their status is with you, that they're not on the top list of importance, they're going to continuously try to prove themselves over and over and over until all that builds up within, and that's how you seduce them. Okay. If they're not responding or they don't care if they're in a friend zone, then they're most likely not attracted to you or they don't see you in that way. If you want them to see you in that way, then focus on someone else and do the same thing to them at the same time. They don't have to know about it. They don't have to see it. But at the same time, you're still being able to slowly seduce someone. Okay. And therefore, it takes the attention off the other one that it didn't work on. And they'll wonder why you all of a sudden just disappeared. And then they'll be like, I wonder what happened to her or where she went and what she's doing. Then they'll start to chase you or contact you in some sort of way. Because, first of all, they're in the friend zone. And then all of a sudden, you're not even being a decent friend because you're not even talking to them that much. So they're going to go look for you. Some of these wealthy men run in the same circles. It's so very important to keep it closed. You said, you remember, thank you for your no agent, Sprinkle. If he's the right target, you shouldn't have to do much. That's correct. You got to build your patience. You can't rush into stuff. Like, this takes weeks. You can't be so eager. Because, like, think about this. When you finally find the time to actually meet up with a person and you've talked to them and, saw them a few times and exchanged information and built up all of that, and they're still in the friend zone, can you imagine what they're going to be thinking about and feeling, especially if you know that they like you? It's a wrap. Yeah, you got to be patient. That's why you have to have other things going on at the same time. Can't just focus on one. Got to focus on many at the same time so you don't become impatient. It's kind of like having different projects that you're working on at the same time, so you don't try to rush through and finish one all at the same time, and it ends up looking crappy. You work on a little bit here, you work on one here, and you work on one here. Can this work while in a relationship? Sort of like pulling back. See, the relationship thing, this should always have been, if you want to start and implement this in your relationship, then you have to be consistent with it. Basically, in your relationship, you're going to have to make that person, and you're going to have to put them in the friend zone. But you'll still be in the relationship. They're just going to be friend zoned. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that to happen, then great. But at the same time, you can't expect them to treat you this way and that way if you friend zone them. So it's kind of hard in a relationship unless this is the type of dynamic that you want. Some women don't want this. Some women do. And I'll tell you guys, in a relationship, this type of dynamic, they will always try to impress you. Some women don't want that. Some do. So yeah, you got to implement it this way. Okay. It's not about men exciting you. It's not what it's about. It's about them being excited for you. Y'all are doing everything backwards. Keep trying to tell y'all. It's not about you being excited for them. It's them being excited for you. Now, if you are excited for them, that's an added bonus. Okay. So even if it's just a little bit, that's an added bonus. You said friend had thrown him into someone else's arms. Y'all are being very pygmy-ish over here. Like, if you're afraid to lose something, then you don't have it. Think about that for 2 seconds. If you're afraid to lose something, you don't have it. And if you already think you don't have it, how are you going to get it? You know, if you're attracting something to you, you're attracting it to you. You're not fearing that you're never going to have it or that's going to go somewhere else. This is a mind and mental thing. So if you are afraid you're going to lose something or someone by friend zoning them, then that's what you're going to do. For me, everybody's going to be a friend until they take themselves out of that friend zone. You know, you're going to be my friend until you decide that you want to be more, because that's what has become, because that's what I'm attracting, or that's what you're attracting. So you can't think like that. If you're worried about anything, you're basically saying, I'm not good enough. And that's what you're going to give out. That's what they're going to feel about you, because that's what you're thinking. And that's what you're putting out there. That's the response you're going to get. You know, if you're friend zoning someone, they should think that they need to become better to break out of the friend zone, not the other way around. Okay, go study Shira's videos. Right. So yeah, stop being so desperate and allow things to happen as they should, you know. And that's it, you know. It's so easy, but yet people make it so hard. It's that simple. Everybody likes to overcomplicate things when it's so simple. All right, so I'm going to end this video here. It's almost been an hour. I think that's a long enough video so everyone can rewatch it, wait till everything uploads properly, rewatch it, you know, take notes on the tips and whatnot, and then you know, get your information. So the next video I'm going to try to do for the top tier members, and this will be more of an ask me whatever you want type of thing. So I'm going to try to do that video maybe tomorrow or Tuesday, but I will definitely let you guys know on the community section or in the members community section that I'm going to go live for Ask Me Whatever. Okay. It could be a personal question. It could be, you know, something about, you know, level up, but I will definitely go and answer you guys individually. And that's going to be for the level 3. Okay. The more personal attention. So have your questions ready. Write them down. Think about them hard. I'm not going to answer anything that's too personal. So don't think that that's a good idea. But I will definitely answer anything that's going to help you. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you all for signing up to be members. Level 2 and level 1, I will definitely include you guys in these type of videos for all levels. But level 2, I will definitely do a another separate video for you guys, and we will I'll let you guys pick the topic that y'all want to talk about. Okay, so level 2, I'll let you guys pick the next topic, and then level 3 we'll do like intimate, ask me whatever you want. Okay, so I will see y'all on the next one, probably either tomorrow or Tuesday. It's going to be one of those days, so keep a lookout. And y'all, if it's tomorrow, it's going to probably be more in the late afternoon or early evening. If it's Tuesday, it's probably going to be in the afternoon. Okay. Either way, you'll still be able to watch the video after it is live. Or if you want me to choose a specific time, I can do that too. So let's just say 7 o'clock Central, I'll go live. Let's just make it Tuesday so everybody can have a chance. Okay. And I may go live for all of YouTube between those times too. So we'll see. I'll definitely let you know which level. And just keep an eye on the community members section, okay? And I'll try to keep it like 7 o'clock. All right. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all later.